Yo, 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 welcome back, everybody, to the Forestry episode where today we are building this. Pretty nice, huh? Look at that. Beautiful parking lot down the street, leading into this beautiful new forestry industry, as you can see. It's gonna look pretty fantastic, so hopefully you guys stick around to the end to see how it ends up. But if you guys enjoy, please hit that subscribe button. I know it's cringe, but it really helps me out. We have a massive amount of people sitting at this taxi stand. Yeah, looking like we might need some public transport in the next episode. But yeah, if you guys are excited for that, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Love to see the channel absolutely explode. But anyway, let's get started. It's a brand new day. As you can tell, the last one took way too long, and I was tired, so I went to bed. Yeah. Oh, we're working on forestry next, and I realized that we don't have enough schools, so I gotta place another elementary school around here. I mean, we're currently probably at capacity, so we're gonna have to add another one. We have plenty of high school. No one goes to high school apparently, but everybody goes to elementary. So yeah, we gotta add one here somewhere. I think out here makes some sense. We can kind of fit it right in the gap here. Kind of right on that road. I think that's a pretty decent spot for it. We can throw a playground on it, as well as potentially. I don't think we need that right now. I guess maybe we make this one. I don't know why I did that. We make the ones that's downtown maybe higher capacity. Maybe, that wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Anyway. Alright, so we're working on forestry. I also filled this in a little bit just to kind of tone it down just a smidge there. Close though, we are close. Okay, next step would be place our forestry. Now, obviously there is a ton over here. We have we have enough. I think we're gonna probably easily get this working fine. It's mostly just the contours. I'm trying to figure out where to put a road, but thinking that we kind of continue this road out. This road's pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but I guess you could technically kind of turn this into like a two-way road. I don't know why you would do that. But, we're gonna continue this one kind of out, and then we'll kind of make some bigger lots in this area, and we'll go from there. We'll kind of start with that. We have kind of a main paved road. Again, I think same thing with those. I think we can probably get away with using dirt roads back here. I don't see why not. Maybe from this path here, we just kind of continue on the road. I want the middle piece. Now, as to how big these are, I think that size was actually pretty good. So that was like 254. Yeah, we're gonna kind of go with that same grid layout, and I'm just gonna kind of make some grids here, and I'll be right back. kind of settled on something like this. I think it looks pretty nice. Kind of just... I kind of randomly put roads in here. It is the same width as everything else, so it does turn out to be pretty good. I think this section here might just be more, more residential, low residential housing there. I didn't actually finish that out, but maybe I do at this point. It's pretty flat. I'm not too worried about that part at least. So let's just finish that out. That almost lines up there. That's not too bad. This will just be kind of random roads. I'm not too concerned about this one. Okay, got a little something like this. I think that looks pretty nice. I don't need to connect everything, so. And then pretty much we're just gonna fill this whole area in. I think it will probably fill in all completely by the end of this. Too concerned about that. Plus, we need the people. This will be nice. This will be a nice expansion out this way. I think that'll be pretty much a good amount. Now, again, they're still all complaining about the high rent. That's just because they have such a high need for medium and high density. I have like none of it out there, so they either live in a low residential building, and they're all wealthy, even though I guess they're wretched, so they need some more low rent housing. I think that's how that works, but no idea. Maybe we put a little bit of more low rent housing somewhere. Now where, I don't know. I mean, we put it right in front of the mayor's house. That'd be a good spot. I mean, I guess next to the college wouldn't be a terrible idea. I don't know how big these buildings are gonna get. I think they're gonna get massive. I'm not gonna like them. That's pretty big. We'll kind of fill this out a little bit. We'll put some more medium density housing in front of the city hall, kind of this area here. I think that could look decent. Obviously, lovely live right next to the mayor's office. Yeah, so that's probably not great, but we'll split that part there. Let that fill out, and hopefully that'll help out anybody looking for some low rent housing. I mean, it built 2 buildings. It's done. So, all right, back to the forestry area. As you can tell, we have it pretty well laid out right now. Hard to see it, but there, it's a little better. Just kind of fill this area in. I think that would be good enough. I am tempted to take this road and kind of curve it this way and kind of curve it around, maybe connect it back up to there. I might do that quick. That's not bad. I just kind of maneuvered it way around here. Kind of did a little bit of, kind of going around the terrain, avoiding the big part of the mountain. And I think it turned out pretty nice. Might just kind of connect this there. Okay, so we kind of fixed it. I brought it down just a smidge there, and everything else is pretty good. So it's just now a matter of putting in the forestry industries. To be honest. So let me go ahead and do that. It's pretty straightforward. Pretty much what I did every other time. Just kind of put it in the corner, somewhere in the corner that lets the buildings appear, and you just trace around the square. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, pretty boring. So I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to you when I finish building 10 of them, and then we will have our industry. All right, I am on the last one now. I kind of thought, well, maybe we could do the last one together. Pretty straightforward. Again, you kind of pick fairly flat spot, make sure the building appears, and voila, we have the paper factory. And we'll definitely kind of keep it up in this area, I am thinking, because why not? This is where all the paper is being made, so now that we kind of have all those put in place, I will make sure that all the trees are there and big enough. So let's just kind of make sure this is all filled in. Oh, I needed to put the trees in ahead of time. My bad. Well, oh well. We got them all filled in anyway. I think technically we got maybe like one spot left we could potentially do. This one as well. But we need to figure out where a great spot for this massive plant is. This is pretty flat here. I'm actually tempted to put it there, but let's try to find maybe the best place for it. It does have very high noise pollution, so obviously that's one thing to keep it away from any sort of residential at all. So I think this is definitely gonna be a corridor for trains. Now that I kind of forgot about it, but this is right where that train line's gonna end up coming back through. Maybe we actually turn a cargo right here. That could be pretty good. I'm thinking instead of this. And there's not really any great spots to put this. I would put it here, but we're right on the edge of the map. You know, I'm tempted to put it here, and just to see how high the noise pollution actually is. I am tempted to see how bad that is. So I might go ahead and try it and just look at the look at how bad the high noise pollution actually gets. Let's turn this sucker on here. I mean, the wind is blowing away from everybody, so I think it should technically be fine. And obviously, we're gonna need some parking by this guy. We're gonna have a lot of people working here, so maybe we throw a nice parking lot there on the corner, and then just kind of fill in. Yeah, that's nice. That'll look pretty good. Maybe they are. This thing did sink into the ground a little bit. Not sure why it did that, but not great. I don't love how that sunk into the ground. And you can't flatten those. I guess the only option would be just to slightly move it over, and then that should help out this a little bit. Maybe what we even do is we throw an extra road down here. Maybe that wouldn't look too bad. You know, you get a little bit of park there, a little bit of grass, green space, and then we can even maybe throw a couple walkways. 'Cause you know what? That makes more sense. We're gonna do that. That way the parking is right there. That's pretty good. I am fairly happy with that. I guess I don't love how this comes down so much, but yeah, it still connects pretty well. So perfect. Look at all this. This thing needs 1,000 employees. No wonder we need so many industrial or residential demand here. That's pretty crazy. Okay. I might delete that parking lot just for now, just because I don't know where this train line's gonna go. So that's kind of the next step, is to get that train line over here in order to kind of pass it over to this cargo station, and then potentially, if they want, they could bring it down to this one. We'll have to find out. We'll have to see. So yeah, let's work on that. This train line in place here. Actually, the first step would be to figure out where the cargo station is going to end up. Yeah, you know what? I think it's going to end up right there. You know, I'm not bad about that. That's not bad. Unfortunately, I need it the other way. Where's that road got to go? Hopefully right here. It's not bad. Not bad. We'll go with right there. I think that's... That way, if we wanted to, we should be able to get this down this way, so we can extend past it as well. Which should be pretty handy, because there's that train line on the other side. So, alright. Now it's just a matter of getting this connected out this way. We will just make it pretty much a straight line. Pretty much just a straight shot up the hill. Make sure we get our 90. Not too mad about that. Not too bad. It's got some wiggles in it. Wobbles. That's right. I think what we might do to cap this off, we might just put residential here. And then that's pretty much as far as I want to go with that residential. I'm not sure the best approach here. I wish you could flip-flop where the building was. I think that's a bad design, if you ask me, where it's like, okay, well, you have to have it positioned this way. That is the only way. So that's a little annoying, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna need to connect this up, and I'll do that a second, and we will keep it moving. Okay, so I made it as smooth as I could. It's not too steep, but you know, it's probably as good as it can be. Again, we use this little bit of train line here, you know, over top of the passenger line, which, you know, you gotta do, I guess. I didn't really feel like making a brand new line. It comes right off of here, kind of switches over. Which should be fine. Not too concerned about it using it for, you know, half a mile, maybe, at most. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. That's not good. Are all of these people trying to go that way? Oh my. And it's the tightest turn in the world, too. I did notice, too, that this probably should be, like, 3-laner. So let me fix that, at least. At least there's that now. Alright, this has got to be fixed. I'm going to have to make some sort of slip lane here. Because that's not going to work. I guess it looks a little better. We'll leave it like that. It's not the worst in the world there. I will end up saying to them that they cannot turn left. That's probably. And that these people cannot turn right. They can only go straight. So that should clear that up a little bit. Anybody who just wants to go this way, which most people do, because this is a lot of good stuff over here. You can just take that little slip lane. I mean, we gotta do it sometimes. Gotta do it. Alright, so that should clear up after a few minutes here. That's a long way. Anyway, back to the train line. Yeah, so I made a pretty nice slope. I should say so myself. So that kind of sweeps around this way, sweeps around that way, and then goes straight into the cargo line, which we will now create a new line here that will be going from here to this cargo station and back down to here. Bang. And we will make sure that that is not the same color. We'll make it green, make a dark green, just because it's like a forest route. Got that. I'll just say forestry line to transfer. Should be pretty good. We want this one, maybe that one can be more like a goldish color, I think, for now, just because it's not anything, it's just kind of cargo. Alright, let's just make sure that we actually have a train on here. We do, that's fantastic. I was a little worried that that wasn't going to work, but it does, actually, because it came right out of there. Before we had to, you know, back it up this way, but looks like it's working. So we'll see how well that does. I think that should do pretty well, to be honest. One thing I wish this game would tell you is how much these like factories actually have. It just says it requires timber resources, but like how many, you know, how much does it hold? Like, is it holding enough? Like, that's what I wish it would tell me. Let's take a look at the production tab, make sure that, yeah, we got plenty of production of wood. Yeah, I think the big thing would be processing of the stone, because it creates the minerals, which then is used for electronics, which I find that electronics are the most used thing. I feel like a lot of the, yeah, pretty much all the services use that. Where if you keep kind of going down, there's not other... The immaterial goods is obviously being made buy services, and then so software is then software is the good thing to get. Okay, obviously I missed the train, so let's kind of just make sure that it got down to here somewhere. It's already on its way back. Look at that, it's holy cow. Yeah, so it's taking a bunch of stuff over here, which is good. Actually, this is pretty good anyway because it's right next to a bunch of good stuff here. And honestly, I think we might make this maybe a nice bit of commercial right there. Good spot for that. Yeah. As well, maybe just kind of down this road here. That's a good spot for some good commercial as it transitions over the rail line. So yeah, we'll let that fill in. I'm sure most of that will get filled in, which will look pretty good. As that's doing that, let's just kind of make sure this gets filled in there. And then, yeah, I think we're doing quite good here. This is holding a lot of good stuff. Okay. Yeah, next step is oil.